Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and
Hello everyone. Today I'll be conducting a psychological analysis of the top 5 subjects Jason Blaha talks about and the reason he took so much time and energy trying to make those same points over and over again. Usually, when someone becomes obsessed with something, there is a mental complex behind it. Let's take a look at the top 5 things Jason Blaha repeatedly says and do an analysis as to why he is so obsessed with these claims. Number 1. Jason Blaha claims to be a stone-cold killer who has killed many times and would not hesitate to kill anyone who confronts him in real life. He also claims to be able to make headshots at 1,000 yards with a rifle. He consistently brags about how his mercenary background, which has already been proven to be a lie, gives him the ability to kill people and make it seem like someone else did it. We also know this is a lie. I will link the evidence in the description below. In my analysis of this claim, I believe that Jason Blaha is trying to create the image of a tough guy on the internet, because in reality, he is nothing but a universally hated person. Jason Blaha purposely pisses off everyone around him because of his immature and unlikable personality. Like a true coward, Jason Blaha does not confront his enemies with logic or reasoning, or even avoidance. Instead, he tries to intimidate them with outrageous claims and death threats. He has even made allusions to having connections in the FBI, claiming that his enemies will go to prison. When his enemies are not intimidated, he resorts to using YouTube's DMCA complaint system to have their videos taken down. After abusing YouTube's DMCA complaint system, he even has the gall to say that his connections at the FBI arrested those YouTube channel owners. What that tells us is that Jason Blaha is secretly a very insecure person who is actually afraid of his YouTube enemies. Think about it. If Jason Blaha was not afraid of his enemies, would he have to try this hard to sell himself as a tough guy? The fact that he tries so hard also signifies that he is not a tough guy in any way. He is just a coward, sitting behind a keyboard trying to make people believe his own fantasy. He knows he is a failure in real life and tries to cope with that by being a bully on the internet. Number 2. Jason Blaha brags about sex all the time and has said countless times that his girlfriend needs the dick twice a day. Let's take a look into the reason someone would do this. We know that Jason Blaha is a failure with no job and is disliked by everyone around him, both online and in the real world. He is literally the spitting image of a man that parents do not want their children growing up to be. He depends on his girlfriend for income. His girlfriend used to be a stripper and a drug dealer. He is out of shape, spends all day on a chair, gives horrible advice, bullies people on the internet to cope with his lack of self-esteem, and has literally accomplished nothing in his life. Because he has accomplished nothing in his life, and will likely never accomplish anything ever, he tries to emphasize the one thing he can say he accomplished in life. But Jason, can you really call having sex with a whore who has no standards an accomplishment? Number 3. Jason Blaha calls men who try to work out to look better, gay and feminine. Let's look into why he has such a negative view of exercising to look better. What Jason Blaha did not tell you is that he himself once tried to exercise to look better. Unfortunately, he was never able to reduce his body fat to acceptable levels. I will link the evidence of this in the description below. He even went as far as to claim he was a male model, but his agent will not allow him to post the pictures. Clearly, Jason Blaha is suffering from a severe case of denial. The only reason he hates fitness and calls it a death cult is because he himself once had dreams of being a great fitness model, but failed miserably because he is lazy, does not want to put in effort, and thinks he can look good by sitting on a chair all day long. Jason Blaha, just because you failed at something, that does not mean you should try to bring the people who actually succeed down. There is a name for this in psychology. It's called the crab mentality. It's used to describe people who try to bring other people down to their level because they are not willing to put in effort or energy to succeed themselves. Thus, they bring other people down to their own level out of jealousy and resentment. Number 4. Jason Blaha claims that he is the most hated fitness channel on YouTube because he exposes lies about the big bad supplement companies. This is a delusion that Jason Blaha makes up to cope with the fact that he is widely disliked. If you look around, you'll see that the vast majority of channels against Jason Blaha have no connections to supplement companies. Jason Blaha is disliked because he lies to his viewers on a regular basis, he brags about insignificant things, he bullies other YouTubers online, he censors all the comments on his channels, and makes death threats and false DMCA copyright complaints. He also gives horrible fitness advice, calls people who are into the fitness lifestyle gay, and is plain delusional. It seems here that Jason Blaha simply cannot admit that his immature personality and disrespectful behavior are why he is so widely disliked. That's why he must make up a claim that he's fighting against the big bad supplement companies. Like a true coward, Jason Blaha is not willing to face his wrongdoings. Instead, he tries to lie his way out of taking responsibility for his actions. A man like this gives no respect and deserves no respect. Number 5. When Jason Blaha's public domain posts were found by investigators and revealed on YouTube, he lied again, claiming he was a paid fiction writer. The public domain posts were weird, but not weird enough to begin hating Jason Blaha, in my opinion. What really causes me to lose respect for him is that he cannot admit to the posts. He lies again, claiming that he is being paid to write a fiction on a public forum. This is another act of cowardice on Jason Blaha's part, which I will take note in my final psychological analysis of him. From what I have observed from Jason Blaha, I have concluded that Jason Blaha suffers from a false sense of confidence. He tries to act like a tough guy on the internet because he is a failure in real life and knows it. He is widely disliked and does not get respect from anybody because he never gives any. He tries to intimidate people online with his lies and tries to sell himself as a stone-cold killer because in real life he is nothing but a coward who probably gets hated on by everyone around him for good reason. When people shatter his illusion of being king of the internet, he quickly silences them so he can live in his own world where he is the king. He brags about his girlfriend all the time because that is the only thing he can brag about. He has no accomplishments, no job, no true friends, no respect from others, and nothing that he can say he earned through his own hard work. He does not have any ambition or drive to achieve anything. He cannot even stay in shape. Because he lacks the drive and work ethic, he fails miserably at becoming fit. To deal with this, he tells himself and everyone that being in shape is overrated and even feminine. In the end, Jason Blaha is not someone to be feared, respected, or even tolerated. Jason Blaha is a sad, pathetic human being, and he seeks attention on the internet to justify his existence. Anyway, that's all I had to say today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. But before I go, let me give you a mountain shot. Mount Everest.